Let me tell you something. That's it.
Shit, it's going
Let me tell you something. That's it. Let me tell you something. That's it. All right now. Let me tell you something. I be going hard, bitch, grinding my star shit. I be going hard, bitch, grinding my star shit. I be going hard, bitch, grinding my star shit. Yeah. Party hard, bitch. That's it. Yeah. I'm on a plane, ho. The way I be flowing just like the ocean waves, you gon' need a raincoat. I done took the horn straight up off the devil car, nigga, I'm the grave goat. Knock your ass out, the only stars you gon' see the ones up on the rainbow. Yeah. I'm that shit that fill up the pamper. The world's so fucked up, we can see some killers on camera. Been to New York, Philadelphia, and I jumped in Atlanta. At the roof on fire, Uriel, hold the seller for ransom. I'm on your helmet like dandruff. I ain't from Chicago, but I've been in the drill. God's MC, nigga, we don't really give a fuck how many niggas you kill. How you pay for everything else in the world, but you forgetting your bills. I ain't from this reality, but you know Uriel, he been in the field. Yeah, now why you laughing at me, ho? I bought my cheese and nachos like a bag of Doritos. I last in libido. Fuck you all night, I need a cast for my P.O. Drop that ass to your knees, ho. That's it, yeah. Let me tell you something. That's
Come
it.
on, dog.
Let me tell you something. That's it. Let me tell you something. That's it. Let me tell you something. I be going hard, bitch, flying in my starship. I be going hard, bitch, flying in my starship. I be going hard, bitch, flying in my starship. Yeah. It's the flight boss, bitch. I've been around the world just like the solar system. I got way more knowledge than the Nikola Tesla. Before it all unfolded, you got folded with them. They using signs and symbols, create omens with them. Your crystals and your gems is like some glowing presents that represent that spaceship that your soul is ripping. Yeah. As above below, you know the stars watching. That is why a motherfucking star walking. Yeah. I'm in a specialist space. No, I ain't rockin' fucking flame, but you know I go hard in the pay. Alright, fuck with your AM when the daytime, it's gonna get dark in the day. Like Moses was parting the sea, I put a part in your face, yeah. Now you need some milk and some minerals. How your face looking like Michael Jackson outfit with the zipper coat. How your ass sounding like James Brown, you ain't listening to Mystical. I'm playing ring around the rosy with your hoe, she got you wrapped around her finger roll. And that's it, yeah. Let me tell you something. That's it. Let me tell you something. That's it. Let me tell you something. That's it. Let me tell you something. I be going hard, bitch, flying in my starship. I be going hard, bitch, flying in my starship. I be going hard, bitch, flying in my starship. Yeah.
That's all, bitch. Y'all know I had to play some Dolo. Y'all know I had to play That's It. Let me tell you something. You know I had to hit the Taliban there. Shout out to Kobe. Appreciate you. So, first thing I would like to present to you. First thing I'd like to present, if you look at the description box below, you will see the link to the invocation ceremony. Are you God Squad? No. Are you Infinity Club? If you're a part of Infinity Club, join us down below at 5 p.m. for the invocation ceremony. Yo, straight up, that's gonna be fire. Dolo on fire for sure. And yeah, I'm going to be bringing that back, reading the invocations, sponsored by Archangel Michael. By the way, this is also sponsored by Archangel Michael. So congratulations to the end of this Jupiter cycle. Jupiter is literally 29 degrees and 59 minutes. Once this goes into Aries, you're going to feel it. Your entire environment will reflect it, and you'll be ready to start on a new cycle. This is an emergency broadcast because cycles like this that express themselves like this are really cool. But hold on. One thing I want to say, because there's an uneasiness and a bitterness and a frustration that many of you may feel right now. Because remember, Uranus and Taurus is about radical value in yourself. Square the mainstream Saturn Aquarius narratives. You're not beautiful enough. You don't look like a 10. You don't have a skinny, thin body. You know what I'm saying? You don't make enough money. You don't drive this car. All these old superficial values of beauty and value, they're fading away with the old cycle because the results of that ideology and philosophy are now manifesting men and women who've chased a fantasy, not reality, and now they have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for the countless people they sidelined because they didn't live up to their fantasy, and they basically manifested people who want them for the wrong reasons, and now they out here looking stupid. But you stay true to your value. To this day, you have people who are looking for the wrong things in people and wondering why they're getting treated the way they are, like they're not being stupid as hell. So really keep this in mind, because what you're going to see with this new cycle is a complete turnaround. You're going to see within the culture a turnaround of the mainstream narratives that have divided and kept people. Like, let's take the whole manosphere and dating thing. The problem with people giving dating advice on the internet is that they are not at all even referencing a representative sample size. And so you hear people talking about high value males, you hear people talking about what women want, okay? But for example, a lot of the fellas that look at hip hop videos or rock videos or pop culture videos or narratives on pop culture, you know what I'm saying? Like you're highlighting a group of women, right? You're highlighting a group of women who don't even represent the majority of women that exist. So you have men chasing after these unrealistic standards in women that look a certain way, that expect a man to make a certain amount of money, but those women don't even make up more than 2% of the world population. Now you have girls that are trying to act like women who don't even represent more than 10% of the world population, thinking that that's what men want. And then you have this unrealistic expression of men that make millions of dollars, drive this car, sought after by women, and they don't even represent more than 1% of the men in the world. And now you have men and women looking for unrealistic expectations. And then see, people love to camouflage it by saying, well, no, we just want good values. We just want someone that'll take care of you. No, there are countless people, there are countless men that will take care of you that don't make enough money that you want them to make, that don't look the way you want them to make. There are countless women who will nurture you that may not look like the 10 that you saw on Instagram that you want her to look like a porn star. Okay? Like, this is so very important. You've been bamboozled and finessed to believe that majority of people on this planet even believe that. This is a narrative. This is a narrative that only dumb people believe. Like, you have to understand the finesse. Okay? You must understand the finesse. There's like the 85% of the rest of the world who are normal, and then you have like 5 to 10% of people living this unrealistic lifestyle that's not even real. It's produced. People are chasing a produced lifestyle because people would rather look successful than be successful, and still getting cheated on and disrespected. Right. Like, you have women out here that will debate, well, I'd rather get cheated on in a Maserati than be faithful in a Honda. And like, you have to understand, women that think like that are not the majority of women. Men that act like that are not the majority of men. But what are they showing you on the mainstream channels? Unrealistic view. And they've been doing this for years, but it's hyper. It's coming up more hyper with technology. Right? Why are all these people single if it's a small group? So just really keep that in mind. Do you want them to look like the porn star or be your porn star? Okay, really keep that in mind, because this new Jupiter cycle is moving forward, leaving all that behind. We're gonna end that old narrative that was pushed by this fake shit. You feel me? And you're going to recognize who's really in the world around you. And you're going to recognize the real indicators of value. Uranus and Taurus wants to innovate what you think is valuable. It's the return of the kings and queens. So listen, here's the prophecy for you. Listen, it's over. It's already over. It's the apocalypse. Here's the prophecy for you. You had people who cut corners. You had people who didn't work on themselves on the inside. They instead bought designer clothes. They had surgery on their body. You know what I'm saying? They did the external work so that they can attract a certain archetype of person. And they're getting that person, but it's not at all what they thought. They're not being valued and respected by the good men that they want to have. But they pick and choose what that is. And it works for men and women too. I'm just using this as an example, right? Right? Okay. And yes, listen. There are kings that don't need multiple queens. That's what I'm saying. Like this whole, like somebody was saying, this whole notion that high value men cheat, that's a lie. Like there are so many high value men that are faithful, but these type of men aren't going on the internet fronting like alpha males giving people advice. They're professionals. They're executives. They're minding their business. The type of women that you want to be with aren't on social media showing off their ass, tricking for boys. They're minding their business. They're professionals. Okay? Like that's what you're going to realize, that the real kings and queens, they're not playing these kid games. They're on a higher level. They're not trying to front for the gram, trying to be popular. Okay, some people can do that and you can try and be like them, but they're an exception. This is so very important. So the prophecy for you is you are not trying to be someone you weren't. And why is this important? Because you were tempted to. You were sidelined by people who refused to see your value because you weren't a fake fantasy. Okay? You weren't something fake. And instead you worked on yourself, right? And so what's going to happen now is that the people who worked on yourself, now you're attracting and manifesting in this new cycle what you're worth and what you deserve because you did the work. It's not because it's just magically falling in your lap. You did the inner work and you recognize that what's on the inside shines through the outside versus the people who only did the outer work. They didn't necessarily do the work within themselves to ask themselves why they're attracted to superficial fake shit. Seriously, because we make so much excuses for it. We make so much excuses for this. Well, it's just a preference. That's what we like. It's not a preference, boo. It's something deep within you that makes you believe that you can have some unrealistic fake shit. Okay? Like it's this sense of entitlement that society has championed to make you feel like you're entitled to anything you want. You don't have to put in work, and that you can, that everyone else who doesn't make a certain amount, they're just like a certain lower level. When it's like, no, bitch, you're not cooler than the rest of these people who don't make a certain amount of money. All you do is look the part. Like if you knew how manufactured and produced these lifestyles you see on the internet are, you'd realize it's just a show. It's nothing to be realistically emulated. And the prophecy is some of you are manifesting value more. Like, for example, why would you want some fake shit to impress? Thank you. So listen. This is the real practical results of what this is going to look like. Many of you will attract partners who may make more money than you, who might have more influence than you, and yet you are the one upgrading them because you have an intangible sense of your value that cannot have a price put on it in a world that asks you, what's your price? Is the future only polygamy? I'll tell you something. First of all, most people aren't about that polygamy life. Most people aren't about polygamy. They mistake polyamory for polygamy. Most people want to have sex with multiple people talking about, oh, I'm polygamous. No, you're a hoe. You're a whore. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're a whore. That's it. You just like, if you like to have sex with multiple people, just say that. You don't have to be demonized for that. But stop acting like you into polygamy. Polygamy is a job. Polygamy is kingdom building. Okay, you're going to see this false sense of polyamory move through. Like, oh, we just want to have open love. We want to be able to have sex with whoever we want to have sex with. Yeah, because you're a hoe. And so if you want to be a hoe, then join the slut walk. But stop trying to act like something you're not. If you're a hoe, just be a proud hoe. Like, there's some proud hoes out here who are like, yeah, I'm a hoe. I respect them because they're at least honest about what they are. Okay, and they don't try and hide it. and they don't try to make it something else. Don't try and weave in this type of like, oh, it's a new kind of relationship. No, you're a fucking hoe. So don't take that hoe shit over there. Stop. Thank you. It is what it is. And I say that to men and women because there's more male hoes than there are female hoes. Okay, period. But this is so very important because like hilarious, and she has Saturn on her sun, so she I do believe she do got some business in her, but she also has Lilith on her sun, so we know what she's selling: sex. So other than that, it's very very important because this next cycle. By the way, she tried to play me. I have a story about me and Khalifa. Me and Khalifa thought she was cool. I joined her Patreon so that I can, because she has this opportunity to speak with her. It was actually hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I joined her Patreon so I could read her chart. So I joined her members only live. This chick tried to play me, y'all. This was years ago. I was like, yeah, I want to read your astrology chart. She fucking read that on the live, like, oh, this dude wants to read my astrology chart. That's hilarious. What is he gonna do? A spell on me? I'm like, yes, bitch. I'm about to do a spell right now. You think this is funny? You think you can make fun of me? And then I just left. So I don't like me and Khalifa. She an asshole. Fuck that. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't care. Daylight did me like that too. Another Aquarius. The battle rapper Daylight did me like that too a couple years ago. You Aquarians, I don't understand. Like y'all Aquarians are cool, but some of you, I don't know. I'm gonna blame their moon sign. I messaged Daylight, the battle rapper, like, hey fam, like I'm trying to read your astrology chart and give you a natal reading. And then the next story that I see on him, he's talking about, yeah, some brother hit me up on my inbox talking about I'm trying to read your natal chart and have sex with you and clap your cheeks. I was like, fuck this dude, man. Like I was trying to hook you up. You're trying to make it some gay shit. All right, unfollow. Even though it was hilarious. I know he was joking, but nah, unfollow. Screw that. Man, this is what happens when you try and catch your pearls to swine. It is what it is. Jimmy Jones, I was trying to get on. I was trying to be like, yeah, so, It is what it is. It is what it is. They're lost. Exactly. They're lost like a motherfucker, but whatever. Can't help everybody. Can't help everybody. So that's what I'm saying. Like, certain, not everyone did this, but certain influences representing a culture. It's not about the individual, but the culture behind that may have undermined your worth. So here is my prophecy for you. All right. Last cycle, the same people who played you like you're not valuable will be begging for your attention. Even if it's not you exactly, they'll be begging for the archetype of someone who's you. So it'll be basically the same thing. Okay. And Jackie Ryan says something important. All humans are by nature polyamorous, right? For example, like personally, monogamy, I'm monogamous, but monogamy and polyamory, I think are both beautiful. It's just more so, you know what I mean? And congratulations, Golisha. You lost your job at the end of the old Jupiter cycle, so you're ready for a new adventure. And I'll explain that, okay? But once again, like, beware of polyamory that's deceptively pushed. You feel me? Because they want to push polyamory in a way to make monogamy look outdated. Monogamy is not outdated. Monogamy is a mark of mastery, okay? You actually need to be polyamorous first before you master monogamy. Like in order to master monogamy, you might have to practice polyamory. You might have to date a couple people because to be with one person takes mastery, discipline, self-control. Like all these people who you're talking about, I can't love one person for my whole life. Yes, you can. You're just weak. You're just not strong enough. Like you're just not strong enough for monogamy. It's okay. Just say that. Just say it's not for you. But stop. Don't listen to people who try and demonize monogamy and be like, oh, it's just not natural. No, it is. You're just weak. You just have no self-control. So don't make people who are masters of this shit, because there are people who know it's beyond just sex and trying to find people to just, cheat on your partner with because you have no fucking self-control. Okay, leave that for the ascended masters. That's what we're here to do. The actual twin flames. Thank you. Who actually devote to their partners instead of find shortcomings to why, oh, we can't get together. Nah. We good. Okay, if you need to do the polyamory thing, that's your training wheels. Go love different people. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the true expression of love anyway, right? It is what it is. Once again, because I say that and people will think that I'm demonizing poly people. There's nothing wrong with poly when it's in integrity. I think polyamory is as beautiful as monogamy, but you have people who do the poly thing compensating because they can't be monogamous, and then you just make genuine poly people look bad. Okay, poly is fun, to be completely honest. And back then, kings had concubines because they had the ability to. There's really no reason for it other than back in the day, like men with money just had the authority to bed different women. It doesn't really make it right or wrong. Like, that's just the customs of how things were. It's a state of mind, right? And this is what you're going to find out is a true value. People who have nothing wrong with sharing the truth. Okay. So I just want to be clear. It's definitely very, 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 very particular on the nature of and no, it wasn't a concubine, Super Sunny. It was a midwife. I know what you're talking about. Abraham had faith, but Sarah, was just thinking logically, as it seems. But whether you're polyamorous or whether you're monogamous, this is enabling you to walk this path with more authentic people and not people who, because it works the other way. You have people who are poly, and just because they're poly, you think that they're hoes. You think that they're easy just because they open up. And it's just this really outdated look at both relationship standards and markers, right? And so with that being said, absolutely, I always have these available. So, remember, it's kind of, as a Capricorn moon, it can be, because I just never shut the fuck up. And I'd be wanting to, but I don't, because I don't want to shut up. It's weird. But yeah, I want to reference right here this Jupiter transit. Okay. If you can see, Jupiter is 29 degrees Pisces, right? I want you to notice it's 29 degrees and 59 minutes, on the verge of shifting in to the next sign. Once again, the prophecy that I have for you is this last 12-year cycle, if not 20-year cycle, the same social narratives that existed, and I'm going to break this down scientifically, the same social narratives that existed that almost disrespected your value as an individual is all turning around, because a lot of the energy that was social is now in the individual. We got the power now. So like, those same people who played you are going to come back now that you've manifested the results of your value. And the test here is you got to cut some of these people off. Like, some of these people's lesson, it's not about being bitter. It's not about being mad. It's just that some of these people's lesson is that they have to learn to love you from a distance. They have to learn that they took you for granted. And so their lesson is to watch other people love you the way they could. Like, you can't necessarily make it easy for people to have access to you. Really don't go back to them, because you'd basically be enabling them to believe subconsciously that you're someone who they can basically just access whenever they want. But you're not. You're not at all. Okay. So like, people who put in work to get to know you before you had anything that they felt, you know what I'm saying? Their priority. Okay. It's just don't everything that glitters is not gold. And this society was so based on how things look like. Now in this new cycle, where you have to apply it individually, a whole lot of things that were glorified in society you're going to see have no practical function in the real world or are worth anything. Okay. So, like, this should be exciting for you, for those of you who've been working your ass off, okay, on yourself. It's all blossoming. So, as you can see, I want you to notice how Jupiter is getting ready to go to Aries. There's nothing in Cancer. There's nothing in Leo. There's nothing in Virgo, save the moon. There's nothing in Libra. There's nothing in Scorpio. There's nothing in Sag. There's only Pluto in Cap. It's the end of the world. The social norms that have governed the world for the past 50 years. And if we look at 50 years ago, that was the 70s. What did we have during the 60s and 70s? We had the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto in Virgo, in Scorpio, in Libra. That was where the social norms that we're influenced by now were starting to rev their head. Before the 90s and 2000s distorted the fuck out of them with mainstream media deception, all right, and these messages that are pushed in the youth's head to make them try and be something they're not. Okay, world is already ending, my friend. 2020. So, like, 2020 was the beginning of the apocalypse cycle, and the end of the world is not going to be a one-day event where this is the day everything ended. It's just more of a cycle of unveiling. So the world has been ending since 2020 with this apocalypse cycle. All right, March 21st, 60s and 70s, the sexual revolution. And this is important because we're off the heels of a brand new sexual revolution. The sexual revolution is going to open up the doorway to polyamory and legal prostitution. Prostitution is coming back. Like, what would you like? That's Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto and Aquarius is going to bring certain things to society that we would have never listen, it's opposite Pluto Leo. So, like, Pluto Leo was 40s and the 50s. Drugs will never be legal in the 50s. Marijuana was never legal. Mushrooms weren't legal. Prostitution was illegal. What's opposite Pluto Leo? Pluto Aqua. Mushrooms are going to be legal. Ecstasy is going to be legal. Marijuana is going to be federally legal. Prostitution is already decriminalized, baby. And you already seen OnlyFans. So, like, that's the new world. Like it's going to be freaky. Like, everyone's going to be letting their freak flag fly. And that's why you need to be centered in who you are. As the world will go crazier and crazier, you don't want to get caught up in this. And you want to be that grounding for actual real people who need guidance and the light and leadership. This is an entire culture war. And so leadership is very, very, very pivotal. Who are you following? Hopefully it's the inner guidance. Hopefully it's God. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the last time the cycle was here. This is so important. As you can see, this was 12 years ago, 2010, the day right before my birthday, actually, right? This is where we saw Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Aries. Contemplate the fact that Jupiter started the Aries cycle last year with Uranus versus now where it's getting ready to leave with Neptune. Okay, we're going to break that down because it's huge. By the way, for those of you who would like an oracle card draw, I am going to be pulling oracle cards for what this new Jupiter cycle can mean for you. I'll go down for the signs, right? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Remember, Pluto Scorpio was when the AIDS epidemic came through and we started to see STDs. Now we're going to understand, and there's going to be cures too, but just keep that in mind. So I'm going to pull from the Keepers of the Light. Trust heaven. Archangel Michael wants you to surrender your concerns and allow miracles to occur. Many of you have been ostracized for your beliefs. Many of you have been clowned by straight idiots who didn't do the research. What makes them idiots is that you were clowned for your belief by people who did no research into what you believe. So it'd be one thing if they researched what you believe and they studied it and they're like, ew, this person believes in this. This isn't even real. Ha ha ha. That's still like, I won't say that's cool, but at least it's not stupid. It's just a dialectic. Versus people who just don't like how your beliefs feel to them. They didn't research it. They know nothing about it. And you were clowned for it. Only to see them come around and now trend it because spirituality is trending. And so guess who they going to come to? Okay. So just keep that in mind. Even if they don't come to you, the fact that they're copying what you do is no different. All right. Okay. Cool. So, congratulations. I want to show you once again when Jupiter entered Aries 12 years ago, Saturn was in Virgo. And why is this important? Saturn in Virgo is the mark of Pluto going into Capricorn. And this is where those of you who know of Saturn cycles, yes, dude, the magicians have been so underestimated. Magicians have always run shit, but the last couple cycles, magicians have been mad underestimated. And this next cycle, magicians are going to be the new celebrities. Seriously. Before you had these fake magicians, right? Fake illusion magic was the wave. Let me give you the image and impression that I'm successful, that I can do this change. Now people want real magicians, and y'all are getting ready. Like they're like the new celebrities are going to be faith healers, life coaches, and smart people. Okay, like look forward to a period where people who are famous are actually skilled people who push forward consciousness, not the mainstream media attempt to dumb down consciousness by pushing forth idiots, literal idiots. Like they literally get children who don't know much so that they can push them forward, right? They don't want smart people who are famous who can push messages that challenge the agenda. This is the new fame. Okay, it's all coming back. It's all coming back, and that starts with you. All right, you are the revolutionary. You're the individual who's going to make this happen. Shout out to the projectors. Okay, so that's already happening. You know what I'm saying? There are tarot card readers on YouTube with hundreds of thousands and millions of subscribers. And this is where, once again, like if you think about the whole notion where, oh, well, you're just online, you're just on the internet. That's not real fame. That's not real success. But, you know, the numbers tell a different story. You say it's not real success, but people online are making more money than you. They're more influential than you. They're more known than you. They're actually like moving and impacting society more than you. So like that whole narrative, dead. Saturn is killing it. Like all a bunch of bullshit. I will soon, Lashonda, all bunch of BS that mainly, you know what I'm saying, was just put to undermine what you're innovating. Nothing real could be threatened. So what you were doing was never threatened. It was just a stopgap measure. Well, that time is over. So you have to listen, literally look, 12 years ago. If you understand Saturn cycles, please understand that when Pluto went into Sagittarius 2000 or 1995, Saturn was in Pisces. And then when Pluto went into Capricorn, Saturn is in Virgo. And now that Pluto is getting ready to go into Aquarius, where Saturn going to be? Pisces. So like this is very pivotal. It's very interesting. There's a meaning to that, where Saturn on each end of the mutable axis is bringing in each Pluto generation, right? Pluto Sagittarius, we started a new karmic cycle. They created Pluto Capricorn. They're organizing what was created. Pluto Aquarius, a brand new generation, creating a new karmic cycle. Pluto Pisces. So like it's happening. It's actually happening. It's actually happening. Okay. And it's definitely very important because it's Mercury's station right now. It's very important because as you can see, Uranus left Pisces with Aries. And we have to talk about Uranus. Pluto was in Cap, Saturn was in Virgo. Okay. Neptune was just leaving Aquarius. Okay. Nirvana, you really have. You really have. This is everything y'all been waiting for. So I want you to see that. Okay. Uranus in Aries versus now where we see Uranus in Taurus. Do you see the progression? This is one of the most important things I can tell you. Okay. What you've seen from Jupiter going a whole cycle. Saturn is in Aquarius, getting ready to go into Pisces. Pluto is at the end of Capricorn, where it was in the beginning of Capricorn. So we completely exposed all of the collective authority and government corruption. And then, of course, and transformed organization. And then, of course, Uranus is in Taurus. It's in the middle of Taurus, 15 degrees. So a 12-year Jupiter cycle. Okay. Had Uranus go from 0 degrees Aries to 15 degrees Taurus. Okay. 0 degrees Aries to 15 degrees Taurus. 2010 was the radical definition of your higher self. Uranus in Taurus was the manifestation of your higher self through branding, clothing, now physical material, right? But the reason why this is so important is through this whole Jupiter cycle of evolution, from 0 degrees Aries to 15 degrees Taurus is a full-on manifestation of this causal realm energy, the ruler of Aquarius, that is manifesting the higher value of your value. Alexandra, I got your payment. You're going to be first, okay? I got you. I got your Cash App or Venmo. So with that being said, you know, it's just so very fascinating because a whole lot of how this actually plays through is now coming into the next Jupiter cycle, which will effectively have you pioneer and innovate everything that came through. So here's how to look at it, okay? The last Jupiter cycle, where we saw Pluto at the beginning of Capricorn and Saturn in Virgo, right? That past Jupiter cycle did two things. One, the past Jupiter cycle since 2010 gave Saturn Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius their Saturn returns. All of them came of age. So key. We had the Uranian oppositions between Uranus Libra and Uranus Scorpio. They had their Uranus op. Okay. And Jupiter went over Pluto in Sag. So, why is this important? The next Jupiter cycle is going to bring the Saturn returns of Saturn Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and maybe Virgo. Okay. What basically this means is for those of you who had your Saturn return within the past 12 years, this next Jupiter cycle is pushing you up to the world stage. You're going to start running shit. Okay. The last cycle was having you come into power. This next cycle is going to have the next generation, Pluto Sag, come into power. And then the Jupiter cycle after that, when Pluto Cap comes into power, Pluto Sag gonna be running shit. Does that make sense? The last Jupiter cycle, Pluto Libra is running shit, and Pluto Scorpio was coming into power. Hence, Pluto in Capricorn squaring Pluto Libra. That Pluto square has you start running shit and step into power. If you look at Kim Kardashian, if you look at Kanye West, the Pluto Virgos, the Pluto Libras, right? The Elon Musks, these are the people running the world. If you think about it, then you have like the Pluto Leos who are like older, okay? Well, guess who's next up? Pluto Libra. and Pluto Scorpio. In fact, Pluto Scorpio and Pluto Sag. Okay, because now Pluto is going to start to square Pluto Scorpio. And y'all are about to see a very dark side of Pluto Scorpio that you didn't know existed. Y'all about to see all Pluto Scorpios all over the world be like, fuck this shit, floop. And you about to see the dark side of us. I'm about to say, I'm about to just tell you, like, this just happened. It is what it is. And that's because now every single person in Pluto Scorpio has finished their Saturn return. Saturn in Pisces is the last person to finish before Pluto Sag is next up. And some of Pluto Sag has Saturn Pisces. So like Saturn Aqua was really the last one. So this is where with Uranus that's now in Taurus, this next Jupiter cycle is so key. I have to regurgitate and be what's the word? I don't want to be a what do you call that saying? I don't want to be a record, a whatever record, but I'm going to be a repeating record or whatever it's called, right? Once again, Saturn has gone from Virgo to Aquarius, right? Ooh, shout out to Pluto Sag gang. Okay, because see, it's a little bit different. Pluto Sag is the beginning of the God signs. So every one of them, record player. Every one of them, a broken record. Every single one of them is awakening supernatural abilities on a godlike level. Okay, so get this. Pluto Sag starts with Saturn Pisces and Saturn Aries. Are you ready? 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 This next Jupiter cycle, as you return your Saturns, remember, Pluto Sag is going to awaken. See, what we did in Pluto Scorpio is we popularized psychic abilities. Like, I'm just be real. Y'all have seen some real magic on these lives. That's my role as Pluto Scorpio. We're transforming the society's willingness to accept what used to be seen as taboo and now integrate it into mainstream culture. But it's Pluto Sagittarius that's going to chronicle this shit. They're going to awaken superpowers to the collective. And you know what the trigger is? Jupiter. Remember, Pluto Sag starts with Saturn Pisces. Jupiter evolved that. Then Jupiter is going to evolve Saturn Aries, 2023. Then Jupiter is going to evolve Saturn Taurus, 2024. And as Jupiter evolves as Saturn, they're going to be showing their superpowers. And then Saturn's going to return, and then they're going to rule the world. They're going to create the new world. They're going to burn this bitch ablaze. And Pluto Scorpio going to help them. I'm just being honest with you. Pluto Scorpio going to be like, yeah. Pluto Scorpio going to be whispering in Pluto Sag's ear like, burn it. Just burn it. You know you want to burn it. But we just going to be on chill. I'm telling you. Don't let Pluto Scorpio and Sag get together. That's a dangerous combination right there. That's a dangerous combination. Okay, it is what it is. But the reason why this is also important is right now, as we're stepping into this new cycle, your spirit feels what's next. Your physical eyes don't see what's next. I feel like this needs to be channeled. Like some of you are playing yourself. Some of you are OD like depressed because a legitimate soulmate connection may not be filling you. A career may not be filling you. You know what I'm saying? Something that you know is meant for you. And you're starting to realize that you're not being valued the way you're meant to be valued. And what you don't see right now is that something even better than what you want is going to be obsessed with you. You don't see that right now. You feel it though. You feel that energy like, I don't need to worry about this, but you don't see evidence of it yet. But you need to understand that those same influences that you're wishing would see your value are going to be begging you to give them attention. And this is not speculation. You have manifested synchronicities to see evidence of this already. Okay? And so you need to surrender. You need to let go of what things seem like. Because what things seem like are not at all what they are. Like some of you are dealing with people who actually really like you, but they don't necessarily want the opinions of other people to get in the way of what they'll look like. And so they're letting superficial reasons get in the way of their actual attraction to you. So when that's no longer an issue and they approach you, you have to curve these people. You have to be like, well, I don't know what people will think if we get together. I swear to God, like you have to reflect that mirror on them. You're not being petty, but you have to teach them that lesson that you're not someone who can just be put on the side. I'm sorry, like you're not someone who people have to accept before people can get with you. That's not what we doing. Is this a gray hair? Oh, I just have a gray hair. I was about to say, I thought it was something in my head. I've had a gray hair here since I was like 13. But like, yeah. So it's very exciting because a lot of you are getting ready to hit the ground running as soon as Mars goes through too. And you're gonna see, you want to think of this as since 2010, you've been evolving yourself for 12 years. Since 2010, and this is why this is so very important, because it went with Uranus. And so it's not just a Jupiter cycle. We're continuing on what we sparked last 12 years. And we're getting ready to manifest this. The next Jupiter Uranus conjunction is going to be in Taurus. We had one in Pisces, we had one in Aries, and then it's going to be in Taurus. Bliss, you can Venmo me. I have a Venmo so far. So the Venmo is in the description box below. And if you want a card or 2 cards or 3 cards, make sure you read the instructions. But once again, you have to really just be mindful, because what you're getting ready is everyone's superpower going to be random. Yes, everyone's superpower is going to be similar and random. For example, you're going to find water signs have similar superpowers, but different consistencies. Like Cancers probably manifest different consistencies of water. Scorpios probably have more ice abilities, and Pisces probably have more like fog or divine water, right? So they're all water-based abilities on their spirit. You can tell by your sun sign and progress sun sign, the affinity, but the exact nature of it is going to be unique to that person. The ice that a Scorpio sun Aries moon manifests will be different than the ice that a Scorpio sun Pisces moon manifests, because it'll be completely unique. Do you think we will manifest the powers of our dream state? So this is such a good question, because you do that every day. Every day you wake up, you're manifesting those powers. But this next cycle is going to make you more aware of it than normal. Why are you going to be more aware of it? Because now Uranus is in Taurus, in the solid earth sign, to slow down the vibration in order for you to actually experience it through Virgo. And we're kicking off this new cycle with an instant breakthrough, like within the next 24 hours, as Jupiter is 0 degrees Aries, you're going to experience that burst of activation. Remember, Aries is activation. Okay. So it's so very important, because Aries evolved your identity, Taurus evolved your value, Gemini evolved your ideas, Cancer evolved your feelings, Leo evolved your heart, Virgo integrated all of this 2016 into a new behavior. 2017, Jupiter evolved the social axis you present all of this integration of behavior to. 2018, Scorpio now transformed how intensely you break through this and then ascend. 2019, and then of course organize and awaken superpowers. So it literally took from 2010 to 2020 to awaken superpowers. This is why you're awakening superpower. Like, this was all a part of a 12-year cycle. This happens every time. So like, if you're Pluto Virgo, this past Jupiter cycle wasn't just awakening superpowers for you. You probably activated it the past Jupiter cycle, but it took it to the higher level, because we're all collectively tapping into the upgrades. It's just the way you do it is individual to you. So 2010 to 2020 evolved your character so that you can now awaken superpowers. Then 2021, you evolve the knowledge with where it belongs and what tribe you belong with. And now 2022, you're bringing everything together. So 2022 is the year with Jupiter and Pisces that all the evolution that you have done since 2010 is all coming together. You're start to remember, that's why I had to learn that 2017. That's why that happened 2010. Pisces now picks that's why Pisces goes all over the place, because they can draw everything back to a single point. And now we're moving into Aries. Boom. Let's use the analogy of performance artistry, where Jupiter and Aries, you just started rapping, right? But you couldn't really freestyle. In fact, you were nervous to freestyle, right? And then Jupiter and Gemini, you still were nervous to freestyle, but now you were at least better at, like, spitting a little bit. You started to write better. Fast forward to Jupiter Leo. Now you have confidence freestyling. You still have struggle freestyling, but now you can come from the heart a lot better. Fast forward to Jupiter Libra, now you can freestyle on stage and perform to people. Fast forward to Jupiter in Capricorn, now you can spit a whole song on stage freestyling. And now you're taking it to the next level. Fast forward to Jupiter in Pisces, you can freestyle with your eyes closed. It doesn't even matter. Shoot, flow through a hose and it goes through because nobody knows. It is what it is. I handle my biz, blah, blah, blah. Eyes closed and this shit. And like, it doesn't matter. Now it's back into Aries. Now you've mastered freestyling. Now you literally spit fire. Eve Rose, I got you. Appreciate you. Now you literally spitting fire out here. You feel me? And now you're getting ready to start a brand new cycle to manifest the effects of the past 12 years. Now it's no longer about just freestyling. Now the next cycle, you're learning how to apply your mastery of freestyling to dating people or to working with people. Now you're using freestyles for your readings. Now you have a consultation with someone, you freestyle the whole reading, but now you take that to the next level, right? Whoop, 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 holler. Okay. And you will meet like-minded people. The next cycle is meeting like-minded people because Pluto, the next cycle of Jupiter is going to involve what? Pluto in Aquarius, Saturn in Pisces through Leo. And that's going to now, with Pluto in Sagittarius, awaken a brand new society with like-minded people and mass extinction events that weed away the undesirables and trash. So other than that, you didn't hear that from me, but other than that, this is very important because I want to word how I'm saying to where you understand there's a definitive shift into a higher supernatural. Like think about it. I'm telling the truth because 2010 to 2015 versus 2016 to 2021, the synchronicities exponentially rose to the next level. So now you're getting ready with the birth of new super children who hold space for the collective to upgrade everyone, experience and manifest what they're updating so that we can guide them. That's how it works. Supernatural abilities with hyper advanced technology that augments these superpowers and now steps us into that utopian ideal. 11 years from now, when Jupiter is getting ready to close this cycle, we'll see that. Hold me to that. We might even have flying cars. I know we thought that was going to be like 2000. We were wrong. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you never know. You never know. And yeah, shout out. If you have Neptune on your moon, you can cloak yourself in invisibility. I have this power. Even in a physical sense where I won't be invisible, but people will not see me if I don't want them to see me. Like I can literally walk up to people and they'll be scared. They didn't know I was there because I move like a ninja. Moon Neptune. Anyone who has Moon Neptune on their chart, they know what I'm talking about. We can read souls and auras. It's really awesome. And now this is where you're understanding the most important thing. Remember, the moon. Yep. See, that's all Scorpio. That's Pluto Scorpio. The Scorpios know what time it is. Okay. Shout out to the 60s. If you were born in the 60s and like mid 70s, y'all are very important because y'all are like Pluto Virgo, Pluto Libra. You're about to have the Pluto trine or the Pluto quincunx. And Jupiter's about to oppose. So y'all are getting ready to crystallize everything that you've guided. It's very important. Like every single generation has their role. Shout out to the 80s too. 80s is very pivotal. 80s ascended, the society into the next level. This is where you have like the Kendricks. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just keep it rap based, but it's all about the 90s. Shout out to the 90s. We run shit. It is what it is. Other than that, my bad. I don't want to be childish. But yeah. specifically 90 to 94. But other than that, 88, 89, we see you too. We see you too. You one of us. But other than that, it's funny because that's how 80s see the 90s. It's not supposed to be the other way around. But it's so very, very key because once again, I want you to think that the superpowers that you've been awakening, because now let's actually move back, right? The superpowers that y'all are awakening, right? Um, before your understanding of it was limited, right? Remember, Uranus was still in Aries. So you were still deciding who it is you were. The Pluto square to Uranus was, who am I? You know what I'm saying? And this is where personally, with your one gray hair, I know. And this is where personally, right? Hey, yo. If she didn't do that, she too young for you, bro. I'm just joking. So yeah, keep that in mind. That is hilarious. Keep that in mind because this next cycle, now that Saturn has passed through Aquarius of knowledge, you have so much more knowledge of your superpowers, whereas you were awakening to it the last cycle. Now you're practically applying it. The purpose of the next cycle with Uranus and Taurus, where Uranus will go into Gemini throughout the next cycle. All right, we're going to have Pluto in Aquarius. We're going to have Neptune in Aries. We're going to have Uranus in Gemini. This is now the practical application of your supernatural abilities in order to build a new society that acknowledges and integrates these supernatural abilities. It's going to start as soon as 0 degrees Aries because Chiron's involved and Neptune and Mars are close enough to activate it from the dream realm. It's also going to introduce you to the grounding of your awareness of a higher power, higher facet of yourself. And now we're officially in a space where, weird quantum mechanics can happen. And I don't know if quantum mechanics is the right word, but open to the point of the whole notion where and this has already happened to some of you. So I guess it's not relative to the cycle, but for many of you, you're going to be visited by your future self. Okay. You're going to be visited by your future self. Open up to the notion that we're in an event space where people in the future have developed technology to be able to interface, communicate, and talk to past versions of themselves or go to the past without physically being in the past, right? So it's not that your future self didn't contact earlier versions of you. It's that earlier versions of you didn't know how to see it. Now you can see your future self, your higher self. Okay. And that's just an example. You don't have to take that literally. That's just a concept that I want you to play with, that you can tap into, right? Mary Rose, I got your PayPal. No. Yep. No. Christian, I got your PayPal. Jonathan, I got your Cash App. But yeah, Christian Dominguez, I got your PayPal, but Mary, I don't think I got your PayPal. Oh, okay, that's you. I got you. So, this is exciting. I just wanted to say emergency broadcast in all timelines existing now. This is very, 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 very exciting because what this is really ready to do, especially if you felt like, I feel like so many of you have felt like you're ready to do something now. If you're like me, you've been impatient, but many of you have been feeling like you're ready. You're ready to get off the bench. You're ready to go. And the universe was like, chill. Many of you aren't even Aries. You acting like Aries, like, yo, let's go. Chill. As soon as 0 degree Aries comes out the gate, it's time to go. So once we have 0 degrees Aries, it's time to go. The road is open. Then 1 degree, we're moving forward. And then Mars is going to go 2 degrees on Jupiter. We gone. Boom. Okay. 0 degrees, the gates open. 1 degree, everyone starts to get the races. Mars, action. Boom. We gone. And it's going to boof, evolve how you use this. Okay. She ready. Let's do this. So here's the most important part. And this is what I really want to establish and emphasize, right? Now that Uranus is in Taurus, I got you. I will give you a date. So as you can see, 0 degrees, right? In fact, if I refresh the page right now, okay, cool. So in a day, in 2 days, still 0. In 3 days, 13th, still 0. In 4 days, still 0. And in 5 days, it's going to turn 1 in between the 15th and then the 16th. When it turns 1 degree, Mars is on Neptune. Okay, so that's very important. From now until the 16th, I want you to think of it as a race. So the 0 degree dates is May 10th to 16th. Okay, today into the 16th. In between now and to the 16th, Mars is going to be on Neptune. This is not the best or most accurate analogy, but I want you to think of this as, right, a race. And when you do a track meet, first, all the people in the track meet are called by the referee to be on their place. That's the 0 degree mark, right? And then Mars is going to be on Neptune. Once we're 1 degree, right? The referee is going to be like, on your mark, get set, right? And now this isn't the best part of the analogy because it doesn't take as long as it will take, but this is the organization period because at 1 degree will officially start the Jupiter transit. And the most important thing is now Mars on Neptune, the 10 of Cups Neptune transit, by the time it reaches Jupiter, is going to prepare you. And it's very important I say it like this because Mars on Neptune is an activation of divine power. This is going to activate more your experience of the transcendent nature of your power so that when it comes into Aries, the mindset of what you think is possible to do, now you're doing it, right? And so that happens. Oops. Basically during the new moon, guys, new moon in Gemini is where we officially start. So the new moon in Gemini is going to be so key because relative to the new moon in Gemini, Mars steps over. Yes, so Amanda's right. Basically, what I'm talking about is when Mars steps over Neptune. I'm so glad Amanda pointed that out. May 16th, okay? May 16th, right? Is going to be that activation, 1 degree Jupiter. This is going to blossom your abilities like never before. And so from May 16th to May 29th, it's very key that we have Mars, Jupiter, Aries when the new moon is in Gemini. That's going to open the doorway into a new magical experience that'll change and enlighten your mind so that 11th house, you're already taking action with all the individuals who you belong with moving forward with this transcendence of power. So that new moon is all systems go. You want to see everything up into that new moon at the end of the month, preparing you. Okay, so the 16th is where you blossom your superpowers, but you still have to get ready for the race. And from the 16th to the 29th, everything is coming into position, new moon, and we're off. Mind you, in between now and then is going to be the eclipse, the full moon in Scorpio eclipse that will now harvest the new energy and abilities you're manifesting and prepare you to get all of that ready for the new cycle. Because the new moon in Gemini, now that you've manifested this new eclipse cycle, is fundamentally with the retrograde changing your entire thinking around what's possible. Because you got now you have a blossomed superpowers. Now you're Videl. You actually blossomed your energy ball and you're levitating, right? You've never flown before. Now you're flying. You're opening the doorway into what you can do. So for those of you who know Dragon Ball Z, you know at some point Videl fought Spopovich. Videl mastered flying and fought in a tournament with her new superpowers. That's Sagittarius season. That's after we go 6 months of mastering these new abilities. We're here, God. Like, we're finally here. And then there's so many layers beyond this. Like 2024, when Jupiter evolves Uranus in Taurus, and then we evolve to a deeper layer, the strengthening of energy that we manifest so that we can even do more with our new abilities. Like, it's so many layers to this. Saturn that will eventually go into Leo and reintegrate this new sense of individuality, creating a brand new society. There's so many layers to this. By the time Saturn is in Leo 17 years from now, individuals like you will have openly blossomed their abilities. And now we're in a society that embraces supernatural abilities. My Hero Academia will be a reality. Vigilantism is going to skyrocket with Pluto and Aquarius because of a distrust of law enforcement and exposed government corruption. People are going to put it in their own hands with blossom abilities. That's going to be entirely controversial. Like everything about Pluto Aqua, everything controversial that you can think of is going to be the new normal. But don't worry, you're manifesting abilities that can enable you to hang. And shout out to the pizza. Okay. The most important thing about this, though, with Uranus and Taurus is the manifestation of your power. So basically what Uranus and Aries did was it activated your unique superpower. Uranus and Taurus is now manifesting your unique quality and abilities. Uranus and Gemini is going to have you express it geniusly, where you've manifested it now, but your brain does not process at that level to fully harness it. Now you're manifesting your advanced abilities with your current state. And over the next 5 years, you're going to quicken your mind to now get it at your advanced state. There's so many levels and layers to this, and take your time. Because I've been so impatient, I learned I just got to take your time with it. Just take your time with it, because you're so much more powerful than you know. And so we can kind of hold ourselves back by expecting certain things sooner than they need to. And this is where, now that Uranus is in Taurus, the practical manifestation of these abilities is pushing you forward to challenge your consciousness, specifically of what's possible with Neptune coming out of Pisces, innovating and transcending what you can even make happen with your imagination. Like, your imagination is magical more than before and warping reality. And like, you're now given mechanics to see the causality between that. Whereas before, it's not that it didn't happen before, you just couldn't see the correlation and the noise around you to have you doubt these aspects of yourself, right? So that's really what I want to call this. You had the enlightenment, you had the awakening, and what you want to call this is the quickening. Jupiter in Aries is going to quicken your spirit, and that quickening kicks off now. It activates the 16th, and it fully kicks off Gemini season. What this quickening is going to do is it's going to accelerate your spirit's ability to align with your body, or quicken your spirit through your body so that you can now be up to speed. It's going to be like taking NZT. Okay. So once again, there's a function that everyone is activating, but what everyone's activating and manifesting is unique to them. And congratulations, you're literally going to be guided by the hand to do this now, because you've developed your intuition and synchronicities like a straight OG to the next level. And I just wanted to share this message to congratulate you. But the very important thing about this is to own your value, because the main lesson, remember, Uranus and Aries manifested a unique power. It activated a unique power that based on your moon sign, you know what it comes from. And based on your sun sign, you know how you express it. Okay. Uranus and Taurus wants to manifest, using your unique power, autonomy and independence from the system. Thank you, Winter's Gift. A whole lot of the new cycle we're stepping into encompasses and correlates with a whole bunch of individuals who are empires unto themselves. Self-sustainable individuality is the next wave. Don't wait for the mainstream to get it, because Saturn in Aquarius is squaring it, and false narratives will slow you down. You have to travel the path less traveled. And this is how it works. Basically, last cycle, you either created your own path or you followed someone else's path. Some of you may have followed advice while you were building your own path. So if you built your own path, Uranus and Aries, now that Uranus is in Taurus, this next cycle is going to have things be smooth. Remember, the last cycle, it was difficult because you weren't walking the broad path. You weren't walking a path that someone else already created for you. You're building your own path. You had to de-weed everything. You had to create the road. You didn't have billions of dollars of taxpayer money and resources. So you had to take time and build this over the 12 years. This is a neural pathway. And now that you've built that path, now that you've walked the path less traveled, and you've seen people with flashlights following your lead. Some people followed the path you did, and they're coming in the results too, and they're also developing that path. Now that you finished the cycle and built that path, now you can evolve it. Now you can spruce it. Now it's an actual path that you can now invest to create more power through, to create strengthening of the roads, okay, and to actually flourish with it. Now you're getting ready to manifest the results of that path. Why is that important? Because we're seeing the end of the social collective. For those people who didn't do this, now they're going to be a fast track to try and build their own path. But whereas people are going to start to do this, whereas people are going to pretend that they've been an astrologer for years ago, you've been studying astrology. You've been studying tarot cards. You've been studying Reiki. You've been communicating with angels. This wasn't a trend for you. Your favorite celebrity didn't say it, and now you're doing it now because you think it's cool. You were doing it when it wasn't cool, and people made fun of you for doing it. Right. So you have the neural pathways. Welcome to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe, T. Bothwell. Okay. You have the neural pathways, right? You have the path created. Now you're in a position to actually guide people, but most importantly, you've solidified your autonomy. Now that the next cycle is coming in, let's just say you built the bank account. Now you can actually fill it in with your value. Let's welcome Blue Flame to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Welcome back. Right. After Tom Brady, everyone wants a witch. I was thinking about that now. It's like Tom Brady is fire. Like, he's very athletic. He's very talented. But if you don't think that his wife has anything to do a little bit with his success, you sleep. You sleep. You sleep. It wasn't all his wife. If Tom Brady wasn't a talented, QB, doesn't matter how much witchcraft his wife did, it's not going to help him. But it's a balance. It's a balance. You feel me? It's a balance. And, that's what's up. So really, really keep that on. Let me find out she's an angel. What's so very important is, okay, those of you who did that work, you have made yourself autonomous. And you don't see it now, but you're going to see it. This is what makes this revolutionary. The whole concept of existing independent from systematic infrastructures. We're on the verge of coming into that. I don't think you understand. Think about why the system even think about protocol that the system does to monitor and regulate through the IRS how you even make money. They're not going to be able to do that anymore. I don't know, like only a few people know that. They're not going to be able to monitor that, track that. We're not even going to have a stable government to do all that. It's all going to come down to what can you farm on your own? What can you maintain on your own? As individuals, we work to build a new society. I hope this sounds like some apocalypse end of the world shit, because there's the expectation of what you think it'll look like, a post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland, versus the reality. Okay, a group of people who've maintained individuality and are ready to create a whole new world based off of that. Many of you, a lot of that's going to happen through crypto. Many of you over the next year and a half are going, that's what this next Jupiter cycle is. You're now getting ready to transcend this. Because remember, when Jupiter was in Aries last time, Uranus was in Aries. Now Jupiter is in Aries behind Uranus. This is transcending your character that you're innovating the value of. 12th house Jupiter to Uranus. And this is where you're finally going to actualize the activation of everything you have been manifesting. And I have to say it like this because you will be guided towards continuing to build this. Remember, Uranus is not out of Taurus yet. So you're still building the path. But now at this point, you're adding so much value to it because you stayed committed and consistent to it. Some of you went away from it, but you came back. It called you back. And for many of you, you're coming into everything you've worked hard to manifest. Some of you are Pluto Capricorns. So Pluto Capricorn, this next Jupiter cycle is going to prepare you for your Saturn return. Okay, this is going to prepare you to come into certain Jupiter evolutions while Pluto Sag comes into their Saturn return. Okay, the next cycle is preparing Pluto Sag and Pluto Cap to take over the world, and it's setting up Pluto Scorpio and Pluto Libra to take over the world. Look, I'm just be real. Right now, the last Jupiter cycle, that was Pluto Leo, the Trumps, and Pluto Virgo. Okay, the Jay-Z's. Title, okay, right? Make America Great Again. So now our cultural impact leaders are now going to be Pluto Scorpio, Pluto Libra, Pluto Scorpio. The next Jupiter cycle, Pluto Cap, Pluto Aqua, Pluto Sag, Pluto Cap, and then the one after that, Pluto Aqua, Pluto Pisces. Okay. So yes, let's all set an intention. Okay. This is actually genius, bro. While Jupiter is 29 degrees, make a wish. Set an intention collectively. I set the intention for everyone who's live here to all meet together in a live meetup where we can all celebrate our rewards, our gifts and abilities. I set the intention that all of our wishes and intentions come true immediately, and that before tonight is over, we all manifest collectively with our energy a definitive miracle that guides the way forward and gives us hope and activates the most relevant facet of our abilities. Boom. Hold on to that intention. There's so much more I want to say. You know I can Gemini this shit. But realistically, I just want to remind you that don't let these people play you, okay? Don't let people who don't know their moon sign talk to you about what a high-value male or female is. Them motherfuckers don't know shit. They're stupid. They're just chasing trends, and they're sharing dumbass opinions based off of traditions that are outdated and dead. You are the revolution. You're creating new norms. Forget the narratives, focus on you, and be you, because we need you to lead the way forward. Okay? And there's nothing you can't have. You're limitless. If someone doesn't know your worth, there are literally billions of other people, hundreds of thousands of people you've never met, and more than enough abundance to satisfy your needs, wants, and vice versa. Okay? So with that being said, Alexandra, I got your PayPal. I'm going to do the live readings. Okay. Once we end the broadcast, the wishes will come into play with Jupiter coming 0 degrees. And for those of you in an existing partnership, you're going to deepen your connection with your soulmate. I'm setting that intention. For those of you who don't know your soulmate is, you're going to manifest knowledge of who your soulmate is. Immediately after this broadcast, you'll see a sign. For those of you who are single, make a move. Don't be revealed this and then be shy. Like, do something. You want to tie Jupiter and Aries to an action, and it will bless this cycle. Okay. Other than that, I'm so grateful for you guys. I started my journey 12 years ago. That's why I'm very passionate about this Jupiter cycle, because I was one of the souls who was initiated through it. Jupiter really brought me into this fold. And I know many of you too. So as we guide the next awaken, like the next people who are good, the next stars who are going to awaken and guide the younger generation, you're getting elevated to the next level of leadership. And the greatest thing that I manifested this past 12-year cycle is you. And so my goal in the next 12-year cycle is to take it to the next level, give back to you, and to, show up for real. So awesome. So awesome. Okay. Shout out to the messy Messiah. Yo, hit her up. She's Sun in Aquarius. So Uranus and Aquarius, she'll activate that for you. Okay. Other than that, I'm going to pull an oracle card for your sign, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Thank you, Saint. Thank you. I'm so happy. I'm really, really happy. Because personally, yep, sacred self. You're blossoming your best self. You're unleashing your spirit, express your gifts. I'm so happy because you don't see it, you feel it. You just don't see it yet. You're about to see it. It's all about to happen. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh at yourself for ever doubting that you can achieve anything or accomplish anything. And a mutual apology to everyone we may have projected in being defensive, but a mutual thanks for all of you who have stood up for yourself and defended yourself. Okay. So these are gifts from each of the signs. The difference between gods versus mortals, if you're watching for your sign, you're still awakening. If you're awakened, you're watching all 12 signs. All 12 cards are a message for you from the signs, not for your sign. It's a little twist I'm doing to the readings. Of course, your sun, moon, and rising, you're going to have so much more positive. Yes, like the power is coming through. And there's an element of unity that's coming through with the Neptune, Pisces, Pluto, and Aquarius that's going to completely redefine how we categorize people. Why do I say this? I have more in common than Caucasian, Asian, and Latina and Hispanic Geminis than I do people my own race. I have a similarity and I have a kinship with people who I share my ethnicity with. If I see a Nigerian, I'm going to connect with them. If I see an Igbo Nigerian, I'm going to connect with them more. Kedu Adima. However, a Gemini from a different culture with the same spirit, I have more in common with them because you're starting to realize categorization through spirit. The old world mechanic in the 1700s, where you saw the establishment of democracies out of monarchies, categorized people through genetics and physicality. Now you can see spirits in people. Now you can see how people with similar rising and sun signs look similar, like dead ass. I'll pull up people of different races that look similar because they have the same spirit. And this is where, yes. And this is where it goes to a whole nother level. All right. And you're going to find this whole racism, like race-based, genetic-based racism, really fall to the side. I'm going to do my part to help create a zodiac racism. I dream of a world where fire signs, air signs, water signs, and earth signs can hate on each other within reason. I dream of a world where air signs can discriminate against water signs and make fun of them for being sensitive. And then we can put earth signs in reservations. And then we can sugarcoat fire signs. And whenever earth signs want to act up, we can just stick fire signs on earth signs. But whenever fire signs want to act up, we can just control and manipulate the water signs to get at the fire signs. And then air signs can be the supreme masterminds that just manipulate and rule everyone. And then the Fire Nation will attack. Like, I dream of a world like this with smart racism, not this stupid, race-based racism that does no one good. We need smart racism, zodiac racism. And I will build that world. It is what it is. So Aries, shout out to the air signs. You know I'm totally biased, but I got a lot of Earth. I love Earth. We gonna treat the Earth signs like the indigenous people. Put y'all on reservations, and then just take all y'all land. Oh God, that's horrible. That's so horrible. I'm so sorry. That was so fucking up. All right, Aries. We do have that was so messed up. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna make a reality show. I want to do a whole real world zodiac. There's a skit I have on that. I'm just looking for actors. As soon as I can get enough actors for that, I'm gonna do that reality show. It's gonna be amazing. Both. Domina, it's all good. We gonna pay Libras. We gonna build a sky kingdom, and we're literally gonna pay Libras. I mean, like, you don't want to be on this earth with the earth signs and the water signs. Come to our sky kingdom. Are you a Libra? We'll pay you. We need you. Aquarius is already gonna be the queens, and we gonna kidnap Geminis. But we gonna pay you, Libra. You're gonna be like, you don't want to be with these earthlings. You don't want to be with these regular people. Come up to the sky kingdom. We'll pay you to live there. I swear to God. Like, if you a Libra, if you a progress air sign too, all the earth signs will be like, yes, they're finally leaving. You would think the earth signs will be offended. Nope. Earth signs will be so happy. They'll be like, yes, the air signs and fire signs are leaving. Yes, we have the earth to ourselves. And then the water signs will just retreat back to water and awaken their mermaid selves and then just chill on earth when they want to. And everyone will be happy. See, this is what zodiac segregation and racism can do for the collective. Do you feel me? There you go. It's amazing. So we do have devotion, Taurus. I really like this. Jupiter is going to be in your 12th house of devotion. So, you know what I mean? We do have trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Shout out to Krishna. Gemini. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you. That way we can just gang up on Pisces. Every time they want to be just super magical and just inspire people, you just gang up on them and gaslight them even more than they're gaslighted now. Like, I have the plan. It's perfect. It's so amazing. Because, if Pisces be liking to act up, it's all good. We just stick Libra and Virgo on you. Okay, other than that, I am so messed up. I'm so sorry. The last zodiac sign, really Ophiuchus. Don't even get in the bus. But, like, obviously Pisces. Get your ass in the back of the bus. Last zodiac sign. If you're not an Aries, you're not sitting in the front. Only Aries, Sag, and Leo can sit in the front. Take your water ass to the back. I'm so sorry. Yes. Yo, yo, Pisces, you need to be forgiving me. Like I be so disrespectful to Pisces on here. It's not even funny. Y'all think that Pisces, y'all don't even know Pisces is one of my favorite signs. It is what it is. So other than that, the Gemini. It's so crazy too, because like Pisces would totally pull you know what I'm saying, a Rosa Parks. Like Rosa Parks wasn't even trying to be an activist. She was just tired. Pisces would do that too. Like, I'm tired. I'm not trying to move. And now they're revolutionary. So we do have call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. You know that's a Gemini message. This sound is to walk our talk because we talk a lot. So now it's time to take charge. All right, Cancer. They do get infinite redos. Obviously, Aquarius goes back to the future. Obviously, Aquarius. Yo, debating Pisces is amazing because Pisces is so amazing at like shifting the topic. Like we're arguing A and then we argue A and they're like, but B. But no, we were talking about A, but B, C, D. Okay, no, but Pisces, A. Okay, but A because of X, Y, Z. No, A, Pisces, A. We're on A. Stick with A. Okay, A, B, C, D, E. No, A. And like y'all do that shit on purpose. It's like, can you just stick to the like stop? Like Gemini chat can do that sometimes and be slick, but Pisces is the master of that. Pisces will argue a completely different point, tie it back, and you'll think they saying something. They trolling you the whole time. They trolling you the whole time. It's just y'all are so good at that. I hate it. It's just like, damn, there is no V. And then they hit you with their ultimate trump card. A doesn't even matter, bro. A doesn't even exist. Mic drop. And it's like, oh, you're right. All right, Cancer. We do have increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Look at you shining, Cancer. This is all Cancers right now. They all increased awareness, like, oh, that person was talking shit. They don't know I heard them. Oh, those two about to break up. She don't even like him like that. Like that's every Cancer. Like they just on it. They like closet Virgos now. They just on it. Okay, Leo. I'm not gonna say closet, but shout out to Pisces. I talk a lot of shit to Pisces, but I look up to Pisces. I'm gonna just be honest. My Gemini looks up to Pisces, and my Taurus rising looks up to Aquarius. So those are the only two signs I actually respect. But I'll be making fun of Pisces because that's the bestie. That's the bestie right there. So Leo is my 11th house, right? Leo. We do have Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Oh, yes. A. Virgo. I believe that. In terms of aliens, the experience of aliens collective is going to happen. And you're going to realize that what we've been taught, what we think aliens are, is totally different. And then Aries is going to bring an identification of these new extraterrestrial species. Extraterrestrial species, speaking of Pluto Aqua. Fun fact, the last time Pluto was in Aqua, said extraterrestrial species left and said, next time Pluto's in Aqua, they didn't use those exact words, but next time Pluto's in Aqua, we will return. It's just that when they left, there was no technology to document it. And so there's a whole legion and fleet. You don't think of like fleet of spaceships, but frequencies that are returning. Okay. Remember, Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the universe, think vibrations and frequencies. If you understand what an alien is, Aquarius is out of this world. So we're not talking about someone who's from a different star seed system. A true alien is out of this time and space. It's a frequency, it's a vibration, it's a higher vibrational entity. These frequencies that come into the form of knowledge that impacts culture, we're coming back to that wave. This is the same energy this is the same quality of energy, just in a different circumstance that was here in the 1700s. Amen to that. So Virgo, the cool thing is if you have Uranus in Aquarius, Neptune in Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius, Sun in Aquarius, you know everything I'm saying to be true. Just ask Rachel. Like they understand aliens because they are aliens. You know what I'm saying? But like they understand that it's more of vibration and frequency than something you see. You can't see an alien. You can't see a ghost, but you can experience them. You can sense them. You can tune into them. Okay. So anyone who tells you they've seen it, unless it was in their mind's eye, they lying to you. It's a hallucination. Okay. Like these are literally metaphysical vibrations. So it's beyond your physical ability to ground. But we do have transcendence, baby. I love this card. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. By the way, if y'all want to understand why I'm live on camera, but then some of you be meeting me in person, and because like there's certain people who I'll meet in person and I keep that same energy because like it's just dope. Like we vibe, you know what I'm saying? But more often than not, I'm a Taurus rising Cap moon. So when you see me in person for real, Earth sign for real, I'm gonna be subdued. I'm gonna just be chill. And it's hard for people to understand because they expect to see the peace dealer that they saw on the internet in person. But you have to understand, I am holding space for 350 plus people. You're all sending me your energy. I'm a projector. So I'm going to give that back. I'm going to get live. Versus when I'm in person, I don't have all those people. So I'm back to my base state. And that's where, you know, this is the Gemini duality. You see my other twin. I'll say that. It's not necessarily evil versus light. It's just lit Mike versus chill. Like, Taurus rising versus Gemini. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But as far as the Earth, shout out to Wendy. As far as the Earth sign, right? It takes me time. Like after I chill with you for like a couple minutes to an hour, I start to warm up. I'm not like a Sag rising or a Leo rising or Aries rising that's amped from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? Like Taurus takes a while to move. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you. Oh, snap. All right. So Libra, what we got? Oh yeah, I'm a straight introvert. I'm an extroverted introvert. I thought I was an introverted extrovert, but I'm an extroverted introvert because I be feeling drained when I go into public. I be feeling like an old man. Like, oh, it's time to go home, and the party just started. Like, that trips me out. Like, I thought, I just it is what it is. So Libra, we do have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust in the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Libra, we need to talk. Libra, we need to talk. Libra, listen. You're the hero. Stop trying to be Aries. Like some of you want to be anti-heroes so bad. Some of you see Scorpio in their villain era, and it's sexy. It's sexy. But listen, Libra, you and Leo are the heroes. We got the main character, and then we got the supporting role. That's Leo and Libra. Stop. You can't be the villain. Leo wants to be a villain too. Stop. Libra, you got that Pluto square, okay? You are like, y'all don't know that Libra is like, why don't I just sell drugs? Why don't I just become a gangster? Like every Libra is like this close from being a villain. I swear to God. You don't understand, like Libra has to keep the justice. You know, you think Libra wants to be good. Libra is like Virgo. Like Virgo is the critic. We need one critic in the group. Well, Libra is justice. Be like, we need someone to tell us what's right from wrong. Otherwise, we'd be fucked. So Libra, like, you can't be the villain. I'm sorry. Like, that doesn't mean you don't see Sun and Libras who do bad shit. I'm talking about Libra. Shout out to the projectors. So, like, y'all don't even understand with the Pluto square. Because Libra can finesse the daylights out of you. If Libra wanted to be a villain, they would make the best villain because they're the best hero. They're the best hero. If Libra wanted to fuck you up, they can. But they have this existential dilemma. It's like, I have to do the right thing, but I should just fucking sell drugs. And I would get away with it too. That's why Libra is in a dilemma, because they're so intelligent, they would get away. They know they would get away. But it's like, damn, but it's just not right. And the Pluto square is like, so this is the evil Kermit coming through. Libra, just have faith. Because it's humanity. The Pluto square is having them deal with the most trash humans. Remember, Libra is a demigod of some sorts. They're like love gods and goddesses. So like they're not like Aquarius that looks down on people like mortals. But they're not like Gemini that like can talk with everyone too. Libra's balanced. They know they're regal, but they're still fair. They're not going to look down on you. But, you know, they're dealing with such trash mortals that it's like, fuck, like, is it even worth it to be good? Like, is it even worth? That's so many Libras. And I'm laughing, but it's not a joke. Like, it's like they're so intelligent, they can rationalize, like, does it even make sense at this point? Libra, you have to have faith. Listen, this is the last year of the Pluto square, and then we got the retrogrades for a couple of years. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. And then Scorpio's gonna have to go through it. There's gonna be Scorpio and Aquarius. But see, Scorpio's already going through their villain era again. And you know, Scorpio transforms like 50 times in a year. So Scorpios will change their name all the time, just like Diddy did, just like, you know, any other Scorpio too. It's crazy. Like, and so let them have their villain era. First of all, people try to play Scorpio. So Scorpio needs this villain era. Scorpio needs this whole phase. Scorpio needs this villain era because Scorpio tried to be the hero. And then Scorpio realized, bitch, I'm a Dark Lord. People tried to play Scorpio, and Scorpio remembered, wait, I'm the Dark Lord. Bitch, I'm a villain again. And it's like, yes. We need Scorpio to be the villain. Like, Scorpio needs to be the villain more than we need Scorpio to be the villain. Let them do them. They'll come back around and then go back to a villain and then come back around. Okay, and they're not flip-floppy. It's just Scorpio so rare. They kind of have to play and do multiple hats. But Libra, we need you to be the hero. You need to do what's right. Trust me. You won't always feel like it, but we need that. We need that, just like we need Virgo to stop being a believer and be a critic again. Okay? I mean, Virgo, you could be in love. I'm sorry. I'm not going to force you or say anything. But Scorpio doesn't need a whole face. So if they do, it's because they want it. And they can get what they want. You know what I mean? But let me tell you, Scorpio is in that villain era as sure as Drake was talking about, listen, I can't let that get away. It's non-debatable. And it was not scathing of a verse, but I respect that. Drake, you have to understand, Drake represents Scorpio when he said, like, when I hear Drake saying that, I'm not listening to Drake talking to Pusha. I'm listening to Scorpio talking to the rest of y'all. Like, oh shit, I'll be careful how I do with Scorpios. Bruh. Drake is like inspiring levels of petty. Inspiring levels of petty. Message your wife because you commented something. Right. If anyone else did that, you would say that's lame. But Drake knows he can add the sauce and people would just kind of like love it. Like this dude is like petty on a god level, and I'm not dissing him. It's kind of inspiring. Like, I swear to God, like there's a certain level of petty you get to, and it's just kind of like, damn, I gotta take notes. But other than that, oh yeah, he's a holy Scorpio. He's actually legendary too, 12th house moon. But other than that, bam. Right, basically 30 Libra. So we also got faith for you. I know this is true. Scorpio already done lost faith. So like Libra is like debating. Like, I don't really fuck with this, but I know I have a job to do. Scorpio has lost faith. Scorpio has lost faith in humanity. You need to listen, guys, because Pluto's about to go into Aquarius and Pluto rules Scorpio. The reason why we're going to have mass extinction events is because Scorpio has lost faith in humanity. Scorpio is done. Scorpio is like good riddance. Like anytime you talk about mass extinction events, all the Scorpio moons and suns are like, yay, people are going to die. Yay. But they're not going to show you that. I swear to God. Tell me I'm lying. Yes. Scorpio has lost complete faith. They're not even trying to get it back. They're like, good riddance. Screw these stupid humans. Screw these stupid humans. Ugh, you freaking trash, impure idiots. The fuck is wrong with you? Like, yeah, like Scorpio, like you have to understand. Scorpio is waiting until you die, and they're like, yes, let's go get a drink. Like that's why, and I can't even hate on it because they're so pure. It's coming from such a pure place. You can't even be mad. You can't even be mad. You can't even be mad. Like it's crazy. And they've been waiting patiently. They're just like seriously. If you see mass extinction event on the news, everyone will act concerned. Scorpio will be like, nice. I swear to God. I swear to God. Like it is what it is. Okay. Scorpio. Oh, see, Virgo's throwing shots. Scorpio, we have higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is required to further progress. Okay. Next, we have Sagittarius. Respect. I respect that. Sagittarius, we have love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Sagittarius, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Listen, look, the card said it. Because I say it, you're going to roll your eyes, Sagittarius. Listen, first of all, stop arguing with Sagittarius because they see everything. Sag is not trying to argue with you. Aquarius is not trying to argue with you. Capricorn is not arguing with you. Like it is what it is. So like Sagittarius, when they argue with you, they have to be right. They're competitive. They're showing you the truth. Okay? And like Sagittarius will literally pull the strap out and be like, listen, bitch, this is what it is. I'm trying to show you. Listen, Sag, stop arguing with mortals. Like stop. Like you do always have to be right. From Gemini to Sag, we petty. Like we do have to be right. Like Gemini and Sag is gonna say the last word. Like it is what it is. We do have to be right. But look, you don't really need to be right all the time. Just let go. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone don't want to listen to your wisdom, you don't have to argue with them. And like Sag, you don't even care. You just want to be right. Like you just want to be like, and that's why I was right, bitch. And as a Gemini, we the same way. So I'm not gonna tell you not to do that. But I'm just gonna say, is it worth it? Is it worth your peace? Now Sagittarius is like, yes, it is worth it, bitch. Like Sagittarius will have the brimstone and fire and no peace and be like, yes, I was still right. And it's like, but like, not like there's like you destroyed everything. I don't care. I was still right. So I feel like this message is on deaf ears. I feel like y'all don't care. Like peace dealer, you can keep your love and peace. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right. It is what it is. For those of you who want to choose peace, that was so difficult. That was so difficult. There's no I know every single one of you Sages is not listening to that card. Thank you, Aquarius. They did not hear me. I know they did not hear me at all. Like, I'm not even mad. I can't say, I'm not the person to say it. Virgo has to tell you because we more petty than you, Sag. So like I can't tell you not to do that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right. Said pull another one because I'm not listening. Damn. All right, Sag, you can have Cap's card. You and Sag, Sag, you can piggyback with Cap. So Capricorn, we have supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Beautiful. Aquarius, we have sacred self. Remember, this is the card I got in the beginning for everyone. So you're pioneering it. Unleash your spirit. Express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Saturn has been leveling up Aquarians so that they can harness the upper limit of their abilities. Most Aquarians can't use their full power because people around them will literally faint, or it's just not compatible, right? Aquarians have higher programs that are not compatible with like the system. Now the system is upgraded. So now their programs are starting to be able. I hope that makes sense. That's the best way I can say it. So whereas before you might not have been able to unleash it, you can more than ever. Like some of you Aquarians, if you were your true self, you would go to prison. Now you see people trying to be like you. Sunflower, welcome to God Squad. Okay. So finally, we got Pisces. Oh, King Chains. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Progress, just like you can see on here. Okay. It's really for all of you. So all these these messages is for everybody. Pisces, we have art back where we started, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Oh, yes. Yeah, we didn't do a clapback. I missed that. And I also missed the non-consent ritual. So we'll definitely have to redo that. I might bring it back Jupiter Aries. Lady Venus downloads an understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Okay, that's Venus coming out the astral of Pisces in the Aries and the Taurus to download. That's Jupiter coming out of Pisces in the Aries to Taurus to download. So through your heart, Lady Venus is going to be hooking it up. And now I'm going to do the live readings. Okay. So first of all, if you look at the link below, after this live, I'm going to hop into the members only live and I'm going to do the quantum invocation ceremony for Taurus season. 29 degrees Pisces, if you want an instant life change, show up and do these invocations with me because this will draw you out the whole Pluto, the whole Jupiter cycle too, 12 years. But especially I do these once a month, okay? And got you, Nirvana. So, and thank you so much, Divine Timing. So I'm going to hop into, so after I do this, I'm going to immediately go to that live and we're going to start the invocation ceremony. Other than that, Eve Rose. We have higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Okay. We also have love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Oh, great question. So, the monthly peace report, the cosmic energy tune-up, and the invocation are Infinity Club exclusives. So God Squad is for the weekly tribe reports, which if you go to the community tab, you can. And then the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe is for the daily oracle cards. Okay. So you'll be able to check that out. The energy is powerful, y'all. Okay. So we have hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. We also have Kuan Yin, care and compassion, choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand. This is for Eve Rose, okay? And we also have this, the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. I love it. Okay. Next, we have N. Rhymer. N. Rhymer. Holy Amethyst, divine alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. Okay. Next, we have Winter's Gift. Winter's Gift. Take your time, all right? We definitely got room for you. Thank you, Saint. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So awesome. Okay. So we do have for Winter's Gift. Yes, it was. You did it at the end of a cycle. So you're going to Holy Amethyst again. I'm glad you peeped that. So you're going to be in a position to personally take advantage of new opportunities that come with the cycle. Okay. So know that you ended it for a reason. Psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Okay. And this is coming with Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. This is technically Thor too. So we got Odin and Thor. And then we have, or an aspect of Thor, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. And this comes with devotion, Krishna. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Amen. Yay, yay. Next, we have Actunify. Archangel Michael again. Yo, y'all got angels around you, B. You are safe, okay? Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Alicia Eternal. I actually did a free reading, by the way, Don. If you look at the collective reading, that card was for you. Master Buddha, increased connection, awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. Are you a Cancer? Because I did pull that card for Cancer. Do you have anything in Cancer? Domina. Okay. Let's see what we got. Shout out to you, Valton. Domina, we have Life Force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Okay. So welcome, Wen, to the $1 Billion Vibe Tribe. Thank you very much. Sunflower 33. Okay. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Life Force, which I feel is perfect for you. I feel like this is you. Like really just mastering that expression like never before. Alexandra, what does the universe want me to know? Shout out to the Capricorns. Honestly, we'll talk about it, because if you do win, I may want just like a prayer or a spell, or just come, or we can set something up. I don't know. We'll see. But whatever you want to donate, it is what it is too at the other end of it. So Alexandra, we do have divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. And this comes with Mother Mary, love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So we have divine healing and love and peace. I feel like your presence and your abilities, so interesting. I feel like your presence and your abilities will cause divine healing. just in your presence. You know what I mean? And Jonathan Towney, I got you. It is not too late for the card pool. That's totally fine. And yeah, Alexandra, love and peace, divine healing. I feel like this doesn't even have to be like active healing. Like it could just be your presence. So I hope that really speaks to you. Jonathan, we have Odin. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. You could even be an aspect of Odin or harness their energy. Okay. Something to keep in mind. And not just like the whole shebanga bangy. Sierra Murphy. Let's get it. Sierra, we have Master Jesus, Big J, forgiveness. You are on a path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. Shout out to Master J. What does spirit have for me? Let's see, Valton. Yo, if Shibu hits $1, I'll retire. If Shiba hits $1, I'm rich, bitch. Like, are you kidding me? Like, oh snap. I don't even invest in crypto, but I for some reason got some Shiba Inu. Anyway, we do have faith. We have Michael's twin flame, humanity and benevolence. Apparently, faith is Archangel Michael's twin flame. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world, Valton. Okay. Next, we have Christina Dominguez. Yo, straight up. Christina. We have Experiencing Grace of Paul the Venetian. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. And this comes with Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anyone or anything stop you. Share your gifts, and you have something important to share. I want you to see how the share came into both cards. Okay? Bet. Alexandra Humphreys. For anyone who would like a card, click the description box below. Okay? And you'll see the instructions, or you can look at the ticker below if you would like a card. Other than that, you can go rewind to the collective read and you have a free card for you. So we have divine healing. This is coming up a lot. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay. That's for Alexandra Humphreys. Then we have Nicole Charisse. She Rise. Awesome. So for She Rise by Nicole, we have Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. All right. T. Bothwell, welcome to Infinity Club. Okay. Welcome to Infinity Club. We do have ascension for you. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. And we also have that with infinite abundance. See what happens when you join Infinity Club? You get infinite abundance, baby. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Okay. Rob the Hood, email me if you have issues. What is it telling you? Keisha, I got you. I think. Wait, hold on. There we go. I got Cosmic Moon Tarot. I got you. So next we have Christian Garcia. Let's get it. Did you press the join button, Rob the Hood? Christian Garcia. Yeah, it's probably an Apple thing. Here, let me show you what it looks like when you do it from the computer. So as you can see, this is me. You should, if you're on a desktop or the phone, you should see this join button. If you press the join, you can join any one of these, or you can press this link right here and it'll take you back to this. Okay. So it could be your browser if that's an issue, right? Or really your phone, I think. But yeah, let me know. Keep me posted. Christian, we have higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. I'm going to pull another card for you. Shout out to you. Okay. We also have love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So finally, we have Cosmic Moon Tarot LLC. One for me and one for my husband. I love it. Okay. And Jenny, if there's no join button on your screen, try the link in the description. Does it take you to that? Or if it doesn't take you to that, yeah, the link in the description box should take you to that. So let me see if that works. So for you, we have, for Cosmic Moon Tarot, faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. I wonder if you have Libra or Scorpio. And then, interesting. And then for your husband, we have Gaia, Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. However, intuitively, what I saw originally for your husband was Paul, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace, right? Waves of recognition and love are coming to you. And the reason why I want to do it like that, yeah, Libra rising. So we got the same card that you got for Libra. I love it. The reason why I want to do it like that is because here's you and your husband. We have you as faith and your husband is experiencing grace. I love it. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to end this live right here so I can go to the invocation ceremony. All right. You stay blessed as always, y'all. And this is going to be an invocation ceremony that's going to be very powerful. You're welcome to read it along with me, but I'll explain the instructions there. And I'll see you on the other side.